right, it's here. It's in the paper.
What is?
The police composite drawing of D. Gray.
That's great. Let me see it.
Well, we'd hate to interrupt your intimate little interview of Super Spy Scorpio, darling.
That's all right. This is more important.
Well, that mustn't make you feel too good, darling. Pouring out your heart and soul to our star reporter, and she says it doesn't matter.
Am I see it?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
That is really good.
Yeah, it looks just like him, doesn't it?
Yeah, I watched the police artist work. He really knew his stuff.
It's amazing how they do that.
Well, I've been thinking of having my portrait done.
Commit a crime in front of 2 witnesses and you'll be a natural.
This is great. Truly great.
Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe, this police department Picasso will flush him out. Maybe we'll catch him now.
Well, how can you be so sure that it will work? I mean, I see these drawings in the paper all the time, and half the time the people don't get caught.
Wrong. Eventually, most of them do.
The police use this to get information all the time.
You'd be surprised how much the public cooperates.
Yeah, there's a number right there, just like Ramsey promised for them to call.
Well, still, I don't think people want to get involved.
Oh, I love positive thinking, don't you?
I'm not being negative, Luke. I'm just being realistic.
Look, in view of the fact that I've had some experience in this line, let me offer a word of encouragement.
No. She's not going to listen, man. As far as she's concerned, the reviews are in and the whole thing was a flop.
Ah, on the contrary, listen, sooner or later somebody's going to see our friend out there, and when they do, they'll tell us.
Without a reward?
Believe it or not, Tiffany, there are certain selfless souls in this world that just want to see justice done and no reward.
I suppose so.
Well, look at yourself. You enjoyed being a heroine and stuff like that, didn't you?
Well, she'd have enjoyed it a lot more if she'd been paid for it.
Hey, what is this, Attack Tiffany Day?
I think Robert's just trying to tell you if this guy's been around, then the police will hear about it.
Thank you, darling.
Speaking of the cops, it's just gonna. The kid is starting to get. I know. I
take that bet.
It's going to be the cops. Yes, Captain Ramsey.
Well, Luke, how did you know it was me?
The way you guys work, I figured that you've already got Mr. D. Gray, right?
Come on, the paper's only been on the stands for about an hour.
But you do work fast.
Not as fast as you do, apparently.
What?
Another matter has just come to light, Luke.
Is there nothing on Gray?
Well, I suppose it could be related. However, I've got to explore it. And I kind of need you, your friend Scorpio, his gal Tiffany, and that girl reporter Jackie to help me explore it.
Well, what's going on?
That's just what I intend to find out.
Look, Captain Ramsey, you don't sound real happy about it, whatever it is.
Well, I don't mind saying that I'm not, Luke, but I'll tell you something. There is something that you can do to make me happy.
Sure. Well, how?
Get your collective rear ends over here as fast as you can to headquarters.
He hung up on me.
What happened?
Well, what did he say?
I don't know. He wants us all to go to police headquarters.
Well, that must mean he has some news.
Well, he's got news, but it has nothing to do with what we're looking for.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Something's up. He doesn't sound happy at all. He sounds real angry.
Well, I wonder what the dear man has on his mind.
Was anyone want to find out? Come on.
Get your coat and get your hat.
It has something to do with D. Gray.
You gotta go in this
Come on,
down here and talk to
Jackie,
yourself.
let's go.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I'd like to...
How come you give us a quiet time?
Wait a minute.
What did he say?
Let's knock it off. This is my office. Now, all of you, just sit down. Yeah, you, all of you, sit down. Now, from now on, I will ask the questions. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, yeah, good. Okay, thank you. I'll be right out. Now, just sit there and relax for a minute. I'll be right back.
What the hell's going on? What's going on?
What?
Back up.
Yes, I'd like to know why you
Listen, you got some explaining to do,
Now,
Ramsey.
hold it. If anybody has any explaining to do, it's you people.
What did we do?
Now, look, what are you talking
What did we
about?
do?
What's all this about?
I've dealt with cops before.
Well, let me tell you something, young lady. This is one cop who's not going to be made a fool of.
Captain Ramsey, what are you talking about?
You people asked me. As a matter of fact, you begged me to help you locate some guy you call D. Gray, who I was told tried to run you down and kidnap somebody's sister. But you never told me, never even mentioned the havoc you caused that day. Well, that character in the drawing may be in trouble, but it's no trouble compared to what you people are in.
Honestly, Captain, we're not aware of any trouble.
Oh, really? Really? You don't call stealing a policeman's horse being in trouble?
Oh, that.
That you do remember. How nice.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't steal it, Captain. I just borrowed it for a couple of blocks.
Yes, but I mean, the animal was returned to the officer in good condition.
Yeah.
Is that what's bothering you?
Yeah, I guess you might say that's bothering me. Not to mention the stunts that you pulled, young lady. But what really bothers me is the fact that none of you had the decency to mention any of this to me.
Well, don't look at me, darling. I spent the entire afternoon in an alley sitting on a garbage can freezing my petunias off.
Yes.
Captain Ramsey, we didn't mention anything. We didn't say anything to you about it because we didn't think there was anything wrong. We didn't commit any major crimes or anything.
Oh, really? You thought nothing was wrong?
Yeah.
Well, there are some people waiting outside here who I think will differ with you on that. If you'll excuse me, I'll be right back. Would you send them in, please?
Boy, none of this would have happened if it hadn't been for that dippy sister of yours.
Laura, I just hope we're doing the right thing. This could cost us a lot of bread.
Well, we couldn't spend it if we were dead now, could we?
Darling, you know, you are really beginning to give me the creeps. Do you know that?
I can't help it. I'm scared. And it just isn't worth it anymore now. Now, would you get that other suitcase in the bedroom?
Can't you get it yourself?
No, I can't reach it. I need you to get it.
All right, look, let me just wrap these lenses so they don't get scratched, okay?
Oh, it'll only take a minute. Now, come on, you get the suitcase and I'll grab some more.
All right.
I don't know why I brought so much.
Well, look, how long is it going to take you to pack all this?
I'll be through before you've even started your stuff.
Going somewhere?
David,
We didn't see you.
Obviously.
oh, how did you get in here?
Your usual carelessness. The door wasn't locked.
Look, David, there's no sense trying to deny what we're doing.
Packing. Again, quite obvious.
Well, I mean, it seemed the sensible thing to do since we saw that drawing of you in the paper.
I presume that was your motivation.
Well, sure. I mean, I just thought it was best that we get out of town since they were on our tails, and it would be better for everybody's sake.
I understand.
David, look, I mean, I'm not trying to tell you that we were skipping out on you or anything.
Of course not. Naturally, you were upset by the picture.
Upset? We didn't know what to think.
Laura, look.
It's quite all right, Mel. I said I understood. But there's no reason for either of you to panic.
Well, then why is this drawing of you in the paper?
It has nothing to do with you or our project.
But, David, you can't blame us for wondering.
There's no reason for alarm. It doesn't involve either of you in any way. So why don't you relax and let me take care of everything? Excuse me.
David, what are you going to do?
Simple. I'm going to tell the police.
You're going to call the police?
Under the circumstances, I think it's the best thing to do.
I don't believe this.
A practical approach, really.
And give the entire project away?
On the contrary. But there's no need to explain. These small contingencies have been considered, and I know exactly what I'm going to do about them.
David, look, I really wish I knew what you were talking about.
There's no reason for you to clutter your mind. Just concentrate on perfecting the lens and leave the rest to me. As for you, young lady, I suggest you unpack your suitcase.
Look, David, I don't know about this. I mean, it seems like we are taking an incredible risk to me.
I told you there's nothing to worry about. I thought I made that clear.
Yeah, but just the same. I mean, I
Just
don't...
the same, you made a commitment to the project here. A commitment is something I take seriously, Mel. Very, very seriously. I would neither think nor act kindly toward you were you to break yours. I don't think I need to go into that, do I?
No.
So, there'll be no more talk of leaving. You do understand me, don't you?